Hello students, in this lesson we are going to study coding of the file mainActivity.kt. We have provided this file in the resources section. Please use it as a reference. In this file we are defining an activity class. An activity Java class defines the functionality of the app. Each activity implements one screen of the app. This activity class is implementing main screen of the app shown now. When app is run for the first time, it will show this screen. Activity implements callback methods of the life cycle of the activity or app screen. We don't need to implement all the callback methods. However, it is important that you understand each one and implement those that ensure your app behaves the way users expect. Screen shows activity lifecycle states and callback methods. The colored ovals are major states the activity can be in. The square rectangles represent callback methods you can implement to perform operations when the activity moves between states. OnCreate is the first callback method and called when the activity is first created. OnStart is called when the activity becomes visible to the user. OnPause is called when the current activity is being paused and the previous activity is being resumed. OnResume function is called when the user starts interacting with the application after pausing app. OnStop callback is called when the activity is no longer visible. OnRestart callback is called when the activity restarts after stopping it. OnDestroy is called before the activity is destroyed by the system. Now we will study coding of the file mainActivity.kt. We have first used package statement to declare package header. The class defined in this file will be part of this package. Then we have added import statements. We are using user-defined classes NoteAdapter, Note, NotesViewModel, which are defined in this project. We are declaring class mainActivity. This class is extending class AppCompactActivity. It is base class for creating activities that wish to use newer platform features on older Android devices. Also, we are implementing interface iNotesRV defined in the class NoteAdapter. Next, we are starting class definition. We have declared variable NotesViewModel of type NotesViewModel class. We have used keyword lateInit for the variable. This keyword is used for late initialization of variables. There are many cases when you need to create a variable, but you don't want to initialize it at the time of declaration of the variable. We should be sure that lateInit variable will be initialized before using it, else we will get exception. Please note that lateInit is allowed for non-primitive data types such as string, arrays, and classes. We are overriding callback function onCreate. This is the first function to be called when the activity is created. This function is declared in activity class. Activity class is one of superclass of the class AppCompactActivity. As you have seen earlier, we have extended class AppCompactActivity. OnCreate function requires parameter saved instance state of type bundle class. Bundle object is used for passing data from one activity to another. Basically here, concept of key value pair is used. Bundle can hold values of data type int, string, boolean, char and pass them to the another activity. Bundle is a class in the package Android.os. This package provides classes and interfaces for basic operating system services and inter-process communication on the device. We have appended question mark to the bundle class. By adding a question mark to the type, we let the compiler know that the variable is mutable. In the absence of this, if we try to assign null to the variable, then error will be raised during compile time. Now we are starting function definition. We are passing parameter to the superclass method onCreate. Then we have called method setContentView of class activity. SetContentView method accepts a layout resource as a parameter and sets it as the layout of that activity screen. Layout is the structure for a user interface in the app. We have passed r.layout.activity_main as parameter. R is auto-generated class from resources during the build process. The r.layout is auto-generated class that contains ID for all resource files in the layout folder. Activity_main is a static final member of the r.layout class, and it represents the layout file activity_main.xml in the layout folder. We have declared an initialized variable adapter. To initialize variable, we have created instance of the class noteAdapter and assigned this instance to the variable. NoteAdapter class requires two parameters. First parameter is object of the context class, and second parameter is instance of the implementation of interface iNotesRvAdapter. We have passed this as argument for both parameters. This keyword refers to the current object of the current class. Current class is subclass of context class. Also, it is implementing interface iNotesRvAdapter. Now we are assigning value to the rv_notes. Please note that rv_notes is the resource ID of the recycler view element of layout file activity_main.xml. rv_notes.adapter means we are referring adapter of the class recycler view. Adapter is responsible for providing views. We are assigning variable adapter initialized above to rv_notes.adapter. Thus, we have assigned adapter class for recycler view. Now, we are initializing variable notes_viewModel declared in the beginning of the class. We are creating instance of the class viewModel_provider and calling its get method. Get method returns an existing view model or creates a new one. We are passing this view model to the variable notes_viewModel. Class viewModel_provider provides view models. It creates view models via the given factory and retains them in the given store. This class requires two parameters. First parameter is of type class viewModel_store. This class stores view models. We have passed this as argument for first parameter. Second parameter is Android viewModel factory. We are calling static method getInstance on viewModel_provider dot Android viewModel factory. This method retrieves instance of Android viewModel factory. This method requires parameter of type application class. It is base class for maintaining global application state. The application class or your subclass of the application class is instantiated before any other class when the process for your application or package is created. We are passing application object as argument to this method. Next, we are closing argument passing to method getInstance. Now we have instance of viewModel_provider class. As seen earlier, we are calling its get method to return or create view model. This method requires one parameter. This parameter is the viewModel class to create an instance. We are passing NotesViewModel as argument for this parameter. Because we have to create instance of NotesViewModel class, also we have appended ;class.java to it. Kotlin is designed with Java interoperability in mind. In other words, Java code can be called from Kotlin, and Kotlin code can be used from Java as well. If you want to get Java class, you can write instance class.java or class name class.java or instance.java class. Dear students, now we are going to close this chapter. In the next lecture, we will learn remaining coding of the file main_activity.kt. If you have any further related questions not resolved in this chapter, please message us. Also, don't miss to check attached resources for source code and additional information. Goodbye for now.